For this trick, I'm just going to spread through the cards and have the spectator name a random card that they like. Let's do the 4 of hearts. But truly, it does not matter what the card is. It really can be any single card in this deck, okay? But once that card is remembered, I actually am going to hand the entire deck over to the spectator so that they can go ahead and shuffle every single card just like this as much as they want. So once the cards have been shuffled by a spectator, I'm simply going to take the cards back and I'm actually going to have the spectator try their best to use their intuition. So once the cards are back in my hand, I'm just going to have them touch literally any card in the middle. Let's say they touch this card. Truly doesn't matter what the card is. I'm just going to take this and place it under the box so we can lock it in. But remember, in the beginning, I spread through the cards, you named literally any card, and then you shuffled the deck, and then you just touched a random card. There's like literally no way that you got this right. However, let's go ahead and take a look at the card you placed under the box, and it's exactly your card. For this trick, you're just going to need to know how to control any card to the top and keep it on top. So I used a coal in this case. Let's say they named the Queen of Hearts. You're just going to be spreading through the cards and then casually coal this card up to the top of the deck like this under the guise of spreading. So now that card is on top of the deck. And then I said in the performance that I can hand the deck over to the spectator to shuffle. And that is genuinely true. If I want the spectator to shuffle, I'll simply do a one-handed top palm like this, so that now I'm actually holding that card, and now the spectator can truly mess up the order of these cards. However, if the spectator does not want to shuffle, you can also just control the card yourself, which is exactly what I did in the performance. I just kept that card on top by holding a break and then shuffling it back to the top. Once the card is back on top, you're going to let the spectator touch any card in the middle, and you're going to perform a top change. The top change I like to use looks something like this, where this will be a random card, but I'm going to switch it out with this top card by pushing it out like this, leaving the random card on top lined up just like this. Grab the edges of the card while I pull the top card back like this, and I will do this while my wrists are raised so that now I can press down on this top card and release my left hand to pick up the card box to drop this card underneath like that. And what that does is it does a top change so that now you can have the spectator look through the cards to double check if their card is still there. And of course, that card that they named will be underneath the box.